loyalty above everything is what Donald Trump wants to be, wants to have. I have been watching The Blacklist, and I had never seen the show, so I've been binging it. I'm in season 5. And James Spader's Raymond Reddington is a fascinating character. He always says through all his things that loyalty always matters. That's the only thing that matters, loyalty to people. Not to governments, not to each other. But one thing about Remington is that he never ever tolerated incompetency. Okay? Incompetency was just as much as a betrayal. So that brings me back to a certain thing we're going to talk about right now. Trump believes in loyalty. Period. Whatever he says goes. Even if it's stupid, you got to go sink a fan and say, yes, Mr. Trump, you are totally correct. Yes, sir, 2 + 2 is 5. Some serious 1984 shit. That is Donald Trump. That's why he got rid of all the inspectors generals, because anyone who was independent that could question his word is why he got rid of those independent inspector generals, so Trump can install his sycophants who will do whatever he wants. And that's a scary thought. And Republicans not really doing anything about it tells you everything. They're fucking pussies. Same thing with Democrats who are not screaming loud enough about this. So we are in the middle of a burgeoning pandemic. And Trump has shut down the CDC. Basically shut down the CDC and all the arms of American Health Administration that help us keep ahead of diseases, warnings, flus, outbreaks, food contaminations. He shut it all down. He shut it all down. Why? Because he wants to put his people in these places, and he doesn't want these people talking about shit, because that might make him look bad. Which brings us to the bird flu. If this was a normal administration, if Kamala Harris was in the White House, they would be addressing it with task force, getting ahead of the bird flu, trying to find out where they can cut it off, trying to stockpile medications if they need it, getting ready to fight it, trying to kill it at the source, which is the birds, and now going into raw milk, into the dairy farms, before it has a chance to mutate and infect human beings. There are 30 cases already. Before the shutdown of communication, there was, the CDC was concerned about the mutation into human-to-human contact. And before the shutdown, they thought it had happened. So now, this brings us to the most important thing, the failure that you people on the far right in voting for Donald Trump, and the far left because you just fucking lost in your own fucked up world. Competency of running the government matters. Trump taking out the legs of the CDC is not going to help us. It only helps him and his sick mind thinking that I have to protect myself. If there's another pandemic, it'll just go away. The eggs prices are not the issue. That's going to resolve itself eventually, once they get a hold of it on the bird side. But if this really makes a big jump to human contact, and Trump has his head in the sand, we're all going to die. It's simple as that. Trump cares more about his reputation and his loyalty and getting people blind loyal to him to do whatever he wants, even lie about outbreaks, than the health of the American people. And all you have to know is about the 500,000 people that he killed during the COVID-19 pandemic, when he hid the truth from us too, and never ever took action and turned it from a medical issue to a political issue. And here we are again. Competency matters in government, and you dumb fucks voted for the most incompetent man in the world.